Obligatory podcast intro.
Hi, hello, and welcome. This is Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. I'm Matt with my co-host Adam, and this show is where we take all 80 letters of the alphabet, we put them in a CD tower, we each draw a letter, and then pick a comic that begins with that letter. I don't know his, he doesn't know mine. Spoilers ahead for these two comics. I got Y. What'd you get?
I got an L.
You got L. Okay, so before we get started, I gotta get something off my chest here. The other day, I went to the grocery store. I went to the gas station. This was before work. I stopped and I got me a nice chocolate milk. Okay? So I was like, I just want a nice chocolate milk. I don't drink coffee, so I got me a chocolate milk. And as I was walking out, Adam, there was a 13-year-old child, and he clocked me.
Yeah.
And he immediately leaned forward as like an attack position, like he's gonna like pounce on me.
Yeah.
And he went, "Chalky milk? You got you some chalky milk?" And I didn't know what to say, man. I was shook. I was spun. I just went, yeah. And I walked off. I got in my vehicle and was like, he got me. Did he get me? I don't know how he got me, Adam, but he got me.
He got you on the lowest level of gots.
He was by himself. He wasn't showing off for anyone. He was just straight up like, this dude, he's going to get it. He saw the chocolate milk and went, "Yep, I'm saying this to this grown man
He's
at
gonna
7 in the morning.
This. He's going to really appreciate this.
If I had on my feet thinking, I might have been like, "Oh, you're jealous? I got adult money, bitch," or something stupid.
Yeah.
I said nothing. I said, yeah. And I got in my van and got out of there and was just, my God, what happened?
Had to get away as fast as possible.
What was that? He got me. And
what if he was being sincere and like
he went,
really
this dude, you got you a chalky milk? He was obviously making fun of me.
Yeah.
I don't know how, though. Chalky milk's fucking delicious. I love chocolate milk.
Maybe because he's like a kid. Or he's like on the edge of not being a kid anymore. And so like
he's like a teenager.
That's like kid shit.
That's lame.
Yeah, that's lame kid shit.
Oh, he's drinking a kid's drink.
Yeah. He wants you to be having like 2 monsters in the morning.
I should be, that's probably what he was going in there to buy.
Yeah.
Got to get ready for school. Let me chug these 2 64-ounce cans of poison.
Take my Adderall from the doctor and then chug these Adderall drinks, and I'll be perfect for school.
If you ain't jittering, you ain't living. I just made that up.
Jittering is life.
Yeah. All right. That's terrible. I'm cutting that. So I got Y. My comic is called Ye.
Ye.
Now, this is a comic autobiographical of Kanye West. As everyone knows, he's like Yeezus, Yeezy. I'm totally lying. There's a comic called Ye by Guilherme Petreca. This came out in 2019.
Okay.
Top Shelf Productions. Okay. Haven't done too many.
That's a sick name.
I think the writer and artist, he did everything because he's the only name on here. It does say color assistance by Juliana Adlin and Rodrigo Ataguro. Art assistance by Andre Roca. So some help, but it seems like this is all this dude's doing, right?
Gotcha.
And it was originally in Portuguese, and the writing and some of the like background stuff is still in French or Portuguese based on the writer and artist request.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, you can put it in English, but don't you dare change them posters. In the mail, in newspaper.
It mess up artistic intent.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a look to it, I'm sure. I wasn't worried about it.
It didn't change anything.
If you ever hear this, it's a good call because it didn't bother me one bit. It was good to stand your ground on that.
Nice.
Okay, so there's a cruel and fearsome being known as the Colorless King.
Okay.
When you get sick, you've caught the king's breath. Like the king blew on this person.
Okay.
And when someone is wild with like rage or fear, they're in service to the king.
All right.
Okay? He's responsible for all plagues, wars, suffering, and tragedy. This is a bad egg.
Yeah.
He's like a black ink that stains all surfaces, smothering other people's hearts with his. The colorless king exists inside all of us, slumbering. He's definitely a real thing and not a metaphorical concept or idea, Adam.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're in Esperanza, a muted but colorful city.
There you go. With weird angles everywhere.
I say that it's not that bad. It's not perfect lines.
Perspectives on some of the angles of the buildings are off. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think so. So it's like Soul Eater landscape if you like kind of turned it down.
Yeah.
But you can, extremely European, Italian, whatever it's supposed to be. It looks European.
Yeah, it's not the suburbs.
Yeah, definitely not. And it's definitely not modern times.
Oh, okay.
And it's not our world either.
Everything's different.
Yeah, it's like a fantasy world.
Okay.
It's called Esperanza, and they have like trains and the way people are walking. But it could be our world. You'll see what I'm talking about.
All right.
So we have a bunch of people yelling at this old lady, calling her a witch. She tells the young man following her, "Don't worry about it. Let's go inside." So she lights a candle. You can see her room. You know how my shelf with all my little cool statues and toys and shit?
Yeah.
Just picture that, but an entire
whole
room.
house.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Just busy crap everywhere.
I like that.
I love
like
it.
That. Yeah.
I will wander and look at stuff forever. I'll find like a little trinket and be like, "What's this about?" And I'll make a customer cry. And they'll be like, "Oh, my father." And I'm like, yeah. Tell me that's
more. I need more. Feed me more. Your suffering is delicious.
I do like a house full of knickknacks and stuff, though. And this is wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling knickknacks.
Like a witch's place usually is.
Yeah.
It's got stuff everywhere.
Don't call her a witch.
That's a cool-looking place.
No, right?
Really cool.
I like, and the art's great. Fantastic.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I really like it. And they're not wearing clothes. They're wearing big, frilly, robes. Okay. And they're layered and they're wearing big scarves and just it doesn't look like any time period that I can think of.
Okay.
It's got its own real specific look, and it's this guy. So this guy, young man, sits down with this witch and she gets out all her stuff, like a cat and a leaf and like
ingredients and shit.
A message in a bottle. And she's like, "Give me your hand." And she starts reading his wrist. And she's got her tarot cards. And she's like, "Man, you've lived through a lot." So it seems like we do like a flashback thing.
I thought it was a kid.
It is. He's a young man, a young teenager.
All right.
His name's Yi. We see his home. It says, "This is where I live." He's like narrating, I guess. And it's super nice. Like rolling hills, beautiful, wide open, beautiful looking, the small village, tranquil life, right?
Okay, cool.
And they're out working in the field. He's narrating, saying he does a lot of thinking and he barely says anything. Okay. Actually, the only thing he can say is one syllable, and it's Yi, which is why it's become his name. So he's just
like a Pokemon. I got you.
Yeah. Nice. They're out picking something in the field. They're farming, doing their crops, right? And they see a warplane flying above, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's a warplane." The colorless king soldiers still roll around messing shit up, spreading disease, destroying villages, just for the pleasure of chouse,
Bad
right?
guy stuff.
They've evolved beyond human, and they're beastly, almost as horrendous as the king himself, right?
Dang.
Something drops out of the plane, and it's a bomb. And as the bomb's falling, it morphs like Black Shadow and turns into like a crow.
Okay.
Or a raven or something. It lands on this house and just starts cawing. And they say, "Yi, that landed on your house." And he immediately starts choking up, can't say anything, and he passes out. So when he wakes up, his mom and dad are there, and they're like, "Listen, the old witch doctor came by and basically said, 'Hey, you're screwed. The colorless king blew on you, and his breath leaves marks. You're kind of fucked right now.
Right.
It's an invisible mark, on the soul and stuff. But you're the only one who can go find a cure. Good luck. There's a witch doctor named Miranda. Go find her. She's caught the breath too." And they give him a flyer, and it says the incredible Miranda.
Okay.
And they're like, "This will help you find her. You got to get out here by dawn. This is a train ticket."
Dude.
This train will take you, the train's a day's walk from here, so you gotta get to bed, wake up, bye.
Yeah.
So he's not sleeping. He's just like,
Of course
fuck,
not.
man.
Yeah.
So he's out there, they're all hugging and shit, and he rolls out. Now he gets into the woods. It doesn't say how far he travels. It seems a while because he sleeps. So it's like, seems the new day. He comes across like a village now. So he sees a magician. And he's like, hey, kid, you want to see some magic? And he turns like a scarf into like a bird. He's like, yeah, I can teach you. And he has like the orange that grows like a plant.
Nice.
And he's like, come on, you want to try it? And there's this guy behind him. It looks like if you just put like 100 jackets on somebody.
Okay.
With the hoods and scarves, and all you can see is this person's nose sticking out.
Okay.
It's a walking ball of fabric, bro. Like,
oh yeah, it is.
You see what I mean? I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
I
was picturing less than that.
No,
That's just a pile of clothes, basically.
That's a walking pile of laundry, bro. So he walks up and he's like, hey, you like tricks? How about some real magic? And he touches the orange and it turns to a fish. And the guy gets mad. What is that supposed to mean? And then he envelops Yi in his multi-layers of clothing, right? And it swirls around. He's like, check it out. It's nice, huh? And then he lands and it's like little huts of, it looks like fabric pattern.
Okay.
So it's like a fabric village. There's little tiny white dudes running around. They all just kind of like start dancing. They're like swirling in the wind and all this shit. And then he hears a raven caw. Do they caw? Is it a raven or crow? The raven starts crowing and he follows it out of the fabric. And it's all dark and black, and he just kind of wanders around in this like black space for a while, and then he sees this giant shape. It's just kind of a spear, not a really fat kind of arrow going up, and it looks like horns or something, but two long lines coming out both sides of its head.
All right.
And maybe like a little crown on top. This is representing the Colorless King.
Okay, gotcha,
I'm not going to try and keep explaining this vague figure.
Yeah.
It's a blob with arms and a little head.
It's menacing.
This is the Colorless King. And, and at some points, it looks like an animal kind of like with antlers.
All right.
And see, this is what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
kind of looks like Aku from
Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
That's what I said, yeah. No, it does. You're right. That's a good one. Because he's kind of like shapeless, right?
Yeah.
That he moves like a snake, kind of.
Yeah, and he's like rippling black fire, basically. It's cool.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
I never watched Samurai Jack.
Oh, so good.
I'm going to get on that. Okay, so Yi finally like swirls around and wakes up, and he's essentially in the town, but near the railroad tracks. You can see the same dude you saw earlier carrying a barrel of fish, so you know he's still in the same city. Yeah. So as he's standing there, though, a train like zooms past, and it almost hits him. And a guy just runs up and is like, "Oh shit! Did you miss that train?" It's like, "Check it, I got a boat. Let's go."
Oh man.
So you don't say much, do you? Like we get a fair price. I'll get you on the boat. I'll take you there. We'll beat the train. Don't even worry about it. So Yi just gets in the boat with this dude, and he says, "Where you going?" He holds up the Miranda witch flyer. And he's like, "You're weird. You don't talk a lot, huh?" And he tries to tell him, like, King took my voice. And he goes, "Yeah, you're mute. It's better that way." He's saying the captain's tough. You'll get used to life at sea. And Yi is obviously like, what the... If he could say what the fuck, that's what he'd be saying right now. He's going like, Yi.
Yeah.
Captain's going to be happy with this price. So he pulls out the flyer again and starts pointing at it. He hears some knocking and sees, like, bottles. Just bottles everywhere. Full with messages inside of them. And this guy tells him, "Oh yeah, we're in the sea of lost dreams. You should put that flyer of yours in that bottle or you'll have bad luck." So he's like, "No." Yi's pointing at it like, "I gotta go."
Yeah.
He tells him, "Dude, you just do it in there. You're gonna make me lose my temper." He sees the Colorless King form up behind this guy.
Okay.
And then the guy like slaps him and tells him to wake up. They're at the pirate ship. Like, they rode up on the big ship.
Okay.
And he pops up, and the captain's, "Oh, look who's back, Captain." And it just cuts to them going, or to that guy going, "And best of all, he's mute." He's not even worth 3 coins. We won't last a day up here on deck. And they kick him down and make him go with this other guy. They're basically the cooks now.
Okay.
So he's not worth shit. They can't take him wherever they were trying to go. Sell him, use him. He's a pirate now.
Yeah, they conscripted him into their service.
Yes, it doesn't come back up.
Oh, okay.
But that guy tricked him.
Yeah.
Thinking the captain was going to pay him for this, or they were going to be able to take this kid somewhere and get money. Something like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. The guy downstairs, the cook, is like, "You're a mute," and he's pissed because he's like, "I've finally got company and you can't freaking talk. Just peel these potatoes." He pulls out the Miranda flyer and he's like, "Oh, the witch? That's just a legend, man. Just give that up. Peel your potatoes." So he kind of starts crying and he just tells him, "Keep peeling." The next few days, a week, who knows? He tells him, "Hey, check it. The sailor said another ship passed by. We're probably going to get attacked. So check it. I'm going to kill the captain.
Nice.
I'm going to take over the ship and then I'm going to go find my wife. You can go find the witch or you can come roll with me. I don't care, man."
That's cool.
And then he giving him a look. He's like, "Listen, I'm the only person on the ship that can help you." So they're all eating this man's cookie and they're talking so much shit. They're like, "Fatso sucks. Food's horrible." And he's like, "I'm not a cook."
Yeah.
"I'm not a cook. Like, I told y'all this." And he tells Yi, I'm an accordionist. He used to play every night with his wife. He played, she danced. They play everywhere, any bar, any tavern, any theater. And one day, these ruffian pirates showed up, killed all the drunks, smashed his bottle over his head, and he woke up on the ship.
Damn.
They were like, "Play the accordion for us." And he said no, and they broke the accordion and said, "You're our cook now."
Jesus.
And they're like, "This food sucks." Yeah, no shit.
I play the accordion.
So he was like, "I lost sight of my wife in the chaos. I don't even know what happened." This guy is super furious, right?
Yeah.
He tells Yi, "Let's go to bed." He's, I'm mumbling. He loved her. "I'm going to find her. I'll get my revenge." So boom, boom, explosions. The ships are attacking each other. He immediately is like, "Oh, let's go. It's time to do this." He pulls out a giant knife and just runs upstairs.
Nice.
It's complete chouse up there. Pirates are killing each other. It's wild. Yi makes his way out there and he sees the cook about to kill the captain and a guy behind him about to kill the cook. So Yi picks up a knife, throws it, hits the guy behind the cook.
Yeah.
The cook is able to stab the captain, push that other man off the ship.
Nice.
He grabs the captain's hat and he's like, "I fucking did it."
Yeah.
Go in the captain's quarters, wait for me. He gets stabbed in his back by the captain who's still alive. And they just kind of fall and die with each other. He's running away, goes into the captain's quarters. He hangs out there when these two pirates come in and start stealing all the captain's shit.
Of course.
I didn't mention it, but earlier the Raven left a feather and Yi put it on his necklace.
Oh, damn.
And his mom made it into a necklace and said, "Keep this, you'll need it." It hasn't come up till now, so it really wasn't important.
Okay.
But this guy steals a bunch of money and the feather necklace. So Yi runs after him, grabs a bottle and just like thunk over his head. It doesn't even break. And the guy's like, "What?" And he steals the feather and runs away. The guy has money, but he's still like super pissed. So he's like banging on the door.
Yeah.
He's got a whole bag of treasure. Like, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yi just stays in the other room for, I don't know how long. But when he comes out, it's like snowy. There's ice everywhere. And everyone on the ship is pretty much dead.
Nice.
The cook says, "Hey, I did it. Do you see that? I did it. Here's my necklace. Give it to my wife. It was hers. Give it back to her. I got to rest up. I got captain shit to do." And then he dies.
Yeah.
He sheds a tear for him and then he bounces out. This fool somehow ended up in like icebergs, like glaciers.
All right.
It is land, but it's all ice. It's all white. And I don't know how he wound up there.
Yeah.
Or how long that fool was in that room.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Maybe they drifted real far off course.
I guess so. I don't know where they were to begin with, I guess, if they're even here.
That's true.
They have planes and trains. It just doesn't feel like this world.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, you can't pinpoint it.
No, not at all. Unless this is just what like Italy was like.
That's what it's like right now.
Yeah, maybe. So he passes out. he has his crazy dream, snake and ravens all attacking him. And he hears some tapping, and when he wakes up, there's a clown like making a sculpture out of stone.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like, ye. So he starts talking to him, and he tells him, "Hey, sailor, don't worry, you're safe here. You're at my circus," which again is a circus in the middle of this ice wasteland.
Yeah, right.
And he gives him some alcohol, and he's like, "This will wake you up." It's disgusting. He's like, "Nasty stuff, huh?" Don't worry about it. So tells him he heard a racket. Went outside, saw it was him, saw him just laying there. He saved him and said, "You must be a badass pirate for making it all the way out here and surviving." Basically talks himself into learning, okay, this kid's not a pirate or a sailor. What are you doing on the ship? Why are you
Right,
here?
okay.
And he tells him, "Oh, you're looking for her? Well, I saw a bunch of assassins or mercenaries earlier. Are you with them?" And he shakes his head no. He's like, "You're not a pirate. Not a sailor, not an assassin or a mercenary. Who are you?" So he pulls out the Miranda flyer and he's like, "Oh, Miranda La Bruja. Yeah, I know her. You know, it's a good thing we ran into each other. I can help you. Witches and clowns are really close and tight, right?" So he says, "I have a hot air balloon. We'll leave soon." And they start working on it.
Okay.
Just accept it, Adam.
Yeah, dude.
This is what's happening.
It's like around the world in 80 days or whatever.
Y'all can't see, but Adam has been with a skewed face, shaking his head multiple times at this story, which I agree. It's wild. I'm just telling y'all what it is.
Yeah.
But the story feels like running into a clown makes sense.
Okay.
And that clown having a hot air balloon, that all makes sense in this story. Maybe not to us, but there it does.
Okay.
He tells him, go in here. This is where you can rest. And he sees a sculpture, and it's a woman who is a dancer. So he takes the necklace and gives it to her. The clown lies or yells at him about, "Hey, that's somebody else's girl, but she did like you." Yi sheds a tear for the cook's wife, and then he gets started working on the hot air balloon.
Okay, yeah.
So they tape it up, sew it up, do their thing, and then those men he saw earlier, the assassins and mercenaries, they roll up to his circus, and they just start trying to steal shit. And he sees them. He tells them, "Get the balloon ready." He goes out there and, "Hey, boys, how y'all doing? Y'all want some drink?" And he pours a bunch of liquor on the ground and then sets it on fire while they all try to kill him. He jumps in the balloon. A guy jumps up and grabs him, and Yi just like right hooks the shit out of him. It was sweet. The dude falls off the balloon. They weren't high enough for them to die, so Yi does not have a body count or a kill count yet. Sorry.
Okay.
So they take off in the balloon and they start floating away. He tells them like, "Hey, it's not hard to get up. Getting down and in the place you want to be is difficult."
True.
They crash land into a city, and they're like, "I hope she's close." And they hear people calling her a witch. So he's like, "She's right there. We got it."
Yeah.
Run over there. She tells him, "You're late. You smell like booze. This kid's got a dark shadow inside of him. Come with me." So everyone's pissed off because of this color war that just went down. The war's ended, but they're still all riled up and pissed off. So they used to love this witch lady, and now they hate her.
Okay.
So the clown's like, "I got this." And he goes out there and starts making jokes, and everyone's cracking up. So the witch and Yi go into her hut, and she starts talking to him, starts reading his palm, all the stuff we saw at the beginning, right? The king catches us by surprise, tries to stuff us under his wings. We have to take control. You aren't mute. You just lack the courage to speak. Fear, anger, silence, that's the king's breath.
Okay.
So it's not a real thing. It's metaphorical. It's just all the awful shit in the world trying to bring you down. And you just have to be brave enough to speak, right? That you have to find your voice again.
Okay.
And that's what she's telling him. You survived pirates, fire, ice, that stinky clown. Like, what are you afraid of anymore? Does her little tarot cards, and he flips over some stuff, some death cards. She's like, "Don't even trip. It's not a bad omen." So the room starts shaking and like contorting all crazy, right? And she says, "Your shadow, being close to my shadow, has reactivated it. I have some stuff to resolve as well at the same time as you. We got to go on the same journey, but separately, right?" So this king is attacking. She asks, "Do you have anything of the king's?" He pulls out the feather, and she does a little magic, and it lights up, right? She sends Yi into a dark part of the room. She touches his forehead, and he kind of like drifts off and goes into this like liminal space, I guess. Dream world. It's all black. He's walking around. He sees that weird shape I showed you earlier with the horns, the animal thing, the blob that changes. So he's on the edge of a cliff, and he sees this thing coming towards him. What is the Colorless King? And it comes right towards him. It gets real big, huge. It morphs into his face. There's snakes and ravens all over the place, and he starts yelling "Yi" at him.
Okay.
Yi is standing there, can't say a word. He can't even say "Yi" right now. So you see him trying to push syllables out. He's trying and trying, and then he yells "Stop," and the other thing says "Yi, Yi, Yi." Keeps saying it. Here he is now standing in front of you, and he goes, "I'm not afraid anymore."
Okay.
And now he can talk. So he gets all big again, tries to get scary, and Yi goes, no, I'm over it, bro. I'm not worried. This is yours. Take your feather, fuck off. Nice. And he does. He bounces out. He sees the feather, disappears. He puts the feather to his heart, and it disappears.
All right.
And then there's a little black cat and tells him to return. And when he wakes up, he falls off the mountain and then wakes up right next to the witch. And she says, "Oh, I did my fight. You did your fight. You can't kill the king. You just have to learn to fight him. And that's what you did today. Okay. So come on, get back up. My house is all put back in good shape. I needed help. The clown showed up. It was crazy. Don't even worry about it." That's pretty much it. She tells him, send you off back home. He heads back home, sees his mom and dad. They didn't believe he was coming back. These fools were straight up like, "Oh shit, he made it back."
Yeah.
"Oh my God, I'm pretty sure he was done for."
Yeah.
So he ends up telling him the story, and the lasting message is the wound is also the cure, Adam.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Man.
The shadow doesn't disappear altogether.
That one's better.
You just had to learn to live with it.
Oh man.
And fight in your own way. Learn to fight them, It's just all bad shit. It's just bad stuff. It's just your resolve and will, I guess.
Yeah.
This was a comic. There's hundreds of them made every month, and this was one of them. It's a comic. It's a story. Yep.
So this week I got L, and I was behind the scenes stuff. I almost did a Lobo comic. I didn't end up doing a Lobo comic. I found something different. It was originally created, it's called Leaving Megalopolis. It was originally created by Kickstarter. These guys on a podcast who are also artists and writers for real comic books, they also had a podcast or whatever, and they talked about this on the pod. They promoted the Kickstarter through their podcast and stuff. Yeah. And that's how they got it funded. It got funded in 2013, the Kickstarter. And then in 2014, they did Dark Horse did a reissue of it under their print. Because the first print was by nobody, by themselves.
Self-published,
yes,
okay.
Exactly. And there wasn't a lot of those made, and it did well.
And it was done up better? It looked better and everything?
I don't...
Or was it the same?
It's the same art and stuff. I don't know about paper quality and whatnot, but I would imagine that probably the paper quality was better. And it's done by Gail Simone, who's the writer, and Jim Calafiore. He did the art.
This has nothing to do with Francis Ford Coppola's movie Megalopolis.
Whenever you research this comic book, that's one of the first things it says. Unrelated to because they talk about the movie that came out like a year ago or whatever. Yeah. It's unrelated to that.
Absolutely nothing to do with it. Good.
Yeah. Thank God.
That's a bad guy. He's a bad dude.
He sucks all around.
That's Nicolas Cage's uncle. Yeah, we know Nick. Yeah. That's your
uncle.
People don't forget.
So Megalopolis is just like Metropolis or Gotham, more like Metropolis. It's got a bajillion people, so it's a mix between this
Mega City 1.
This kinda. So in this world, there's a bajillion superheroes. There's comic books of the superheroes, but the superheroes are real. So it's a mix between Marvel characters and DC characters. So none of these characters are like an exact Superman. There's a guy that
Right.
who's important, and he's the closest thing to a Superman. There's a guy who looks kind of like Wolverine. There's
Right.
a guy, you know what I mean?
Kind of Batman-esque.
Yes, there's a bunch of them.
Got it.
So this universe, it's very normal for there to be superheroes out in the street saving people from bad guys, whatever. People even move to this city, Megalopolis, because there's so many superheroes.
They can see them and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The world's progressing great.
Mhm.
This is a normal superhero universe. All the good guys save us every time. We never have to worry about getting mugged because they'll show up. Like the street level guy will pop out of nowhere and
Yeah, right.
save my purse. So everybody loves all the heroes. They're like fanboys. They have collect the
I was
comics.
about to
of
ask
them.
this, if there's a good relationship between them.
Yes.
Okay.
People collect comics. They're widely loved and adored.
Mhm.
It
Are
seems
villains popular?
they don't even show a single villain
What?
in this comic.
I already don't like this.
So this world is progressing normally like a regular comic book universe, but then a giant Cthulhu type monster burrowed its way up from underground in the middle of the city. You don't find out exactly what happens till later, but it's important to know what the world's like. So it emerged from in the middle of the city, and it's fought every single hero had to come to kill it.
Uh-huh.
Nobody could kill it, even with all the heroes working together. So at the end, what happens, how they take out this Cthulhu monster is Overlord.
Mhm.
He's like their Superman, basically. He goes inside of it and pulls killing it from the inside out.
Right.
But
It's a good name, Overlord. I trust this guy.
yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got a green. He has two costumes. He's got his standard old costume that was like the comic book costume,
Mhm.
and then he's got his disheveled modern costume. So you see all the characters in their original form. They're
Okay.
like perfect,
Like Golden
starch white,
Age.
gold perfect. Yeah, exactly, Golden
Yeah.
Age style. And then you see them like Mad Maxified here. All of them you get Mad
Is that
Max
how the
versions.
world's changed?
Yeah, so I
So
got
they're not
getting ahead of
doing too
myself.
hot then.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
They're
So
not doing too
they
hot.
kill the monster, and as soon as the monster dies, the entire sky goes black, and black rain down from above. Like
Oh.
everything's
That's not good.
framed like biblical in this. There's a lot of God talk and like the end of the world, so it's very biblical.
Yeah, sounds wild.
So as soon as that happened and the rain hit the superheroes, you find out later that there's like a darkness from another world, so that monster from before, and it like didn't trick them, but it like altered the way their brains worked, and they saw like just the darkness of the universe. So they're like the evil Bizarro versions of themselves. So every single superhero, if they have any power, if they have any real power, like at all,
Mhm.
they turned into almost zombie-like. They look very like ripped up, and some of them do actually kind of look like a zombie. And they fight each other, and then they start killing the civilians.
Mhm.
But they kill the civilians one by one. So it's like a hit of heroin to them. They feel terrible. This darkness is inside them. They kill an innocent civilian, and then it releases endorphins or what, devil energy, whatever, and satiates them for a little while. They get high, basically.
Okay.
And then they fly away. So the big group of people, one would land, just kill one of them, and then fly away.
So they're not even doing 1, 2, 3.
Nope.
Not just one.
One at a time.
Oh,
Even
shit.
if there's a group of people.
Yeah.
So this has
okay.
been going for I don't know, a week, or 2 weeks. Whenever
Mhm.
this comic starts, we're 2 weeks after that terrible fight where the monster came out and the
Mhm.
black rain happened. So our main character is Mina. We pick up with Mina outside of a mall. She is standing next to a flipped cop car. She's wearing cop clothes. She's got her revolver, and she gets the shotgun out of the car, and she starts moving through the city. She's not being very sneaky,
Mhm.
and the other people that have been surviving have been really sneaky. And she's just kind of walking down the road. Then all of a sudden, one of the, I think his name's Cupid. He's an angel type guy. He's got wings and stuff. He drops a guy like on her, and he sees her, but it doesn't matter because he just killed
He
his
just
guy.
killed the guy, yeah.
So now she's gonna keep going.
It's good their tolerance doesn't build.
I bet it would eventually.
Oh, yeah, it's only been doing it for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You're right.
at
Holy
week
shit.
maybe. Yeah, something like that.
Ooh,
So
it might.
Mina's just cruising down the road. Then a pudgy middle-aged man in a suit pops out and is like whispering, like, "Hey, cop, come over here. I need your help. There's a girl. She won't let me get near her. Maybe you can help her. Maybe you can help her. My name's Harold." and Harold's like our second main character. Harold's a fucking badass. They make him look schlubby as hell in this, and his face is just like a brick, kind of like very square. And he's got a little goatee and stuff, and he's kind of pudgy. They just make him look very average, I guess is the best way of saying it.
Okay.
But remembered Harold. Harold's the man.
All right.
Okay, so
Harold's the man.
He lures Mina in. You thinking he's gonna like hurt her or something?
That's what I thought.
It's a trick. And they get down to the basement. There's a young teenage girl only wearing her pants, and she's like shivering in the corner. So Mina goes over to her, talks to her. Her name's Lisa, and she's kind of just mumbling. And like Harold goes and gets her clothes. They're trying to take care of her basically, but she won't let Harold near her for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Harold didn't do anything. She just yeah. So now they're in it's a dress shop on one of the main roads, and they're talking and being loud enough where our next characters, Michael and Jeff, who were in a diner a few streets down, they see the cop, Mina, and they're like, cops here. They can help us get out of here. We're saved. So they go in there and they're like, hey, and they're like whispering to Mina, and Mina's like, fuck you guys, and like yelling really loud. They're like, please be quiet. Please just be quiet. And she goes, why the fuck should I? And a speedster that had been running by heard them, and he pops into the dress shop, and he starts like messing with them. He like jumping around real fast, and he jumps behind one guy, and he like twists his head all the way off, like whoosh, all in one movement, and it goes like flying. And then he starts messing with the Mina and the rest of the Harold and the other guys that are left. Takes markers like Sharpies, and he draws on the entire inside of the room, like run and you'll die, no one will live, just like a bunch of messed up stuff. And even on Lisa's face, he drew no one will escape on Lisa's face.
Damn.
So it was like,
he's fast.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's scary in real life, bro.
It's like teleport, basically, fast.
Much.
He's so fast. So intermittently throughout this comic, we jump to like depositions where people involved in the government of this megalopolis are like being interviewed. Like, why did you do this during the emergency? Why did you do that? It's not really that important. The next thing we see a lot of is Mina's childhood. So Mina's childhood was just the absolute worst. Her dad was extremely violent and terrible to her mom. It seemed like he was just kind of mean to her. So she didn't get beat by him, but her mom would get beat up real bad. We see her with her grandma. We only see one flashback with her and her mom. The most of the time, these flashbacks are their grandma after her mom has already passed.
Okay.
I'll get to it in a little bit, how she passed. But that's our like jumping back and forth. If it's not in Megalopolis, you're seeing Mina in the past.
With her grandma.
Yeah, with her grandma. It's all sepia tone. So you know it's the past.
Okay.
So
I'm glad they do that.
They regroup, and they're about, Mina's like, we're going to go north. Jeff is like, no, Jeff died. Jeff's the guy that got ripped his head off. Michael, his friend that showed up, goes, we can't go north. They have the bridge shut off. The bridge is still up, but they're watching it, and there's like a line of dead bodies across it to say, don't try to cross.
Oh, wow.
They're holding it down. He goes, we can't go that way. But I have a plan. He's like a nurse, and he works across the river at a subterranean like microbiology lab. Basically, he goes, if we can get there, it's underground, it's locked, they're going to have food, they're going to have water and safety. We can go. And they're like, how? All the bridges are out. He goes, this one bridge isn't all the way out. Its middle is blown out, but the little sidewalk part
it's still connected.
A little bit still connected.
Nice.
And if we go that way, we cut around all these buildings, we go around, we can get to across the river, and we can get to the lab underground. And she's like, all right, like, at least somebody's got a plan, because they are just literally been wandering.
And it's Michael, Mina, Lisa, and Harold?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
So now they are actually being careful. They're like sneaking around now. They hear
Mina, shut your damn mouth.
Yeah, finally. She's taking it seriously.
You get it now? Where you been, bitch?
Yeah, right. You find out she actually has a very personal issue with the culling or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So they hear somebody yelling, screaming for help. They sneak up. There's a guy chained up to a telephone pole, and he's like screaming for help. And they're like, Harold's like, we got to save him.
Shut up, bitch.
We got to save him. Like, what are we doing? We got to go save that guy. She was like, do you have chain nippers?
Yeah, right.
Bolt cutters? Do you have a bazooka to shoot those heroes that just landed. So like a fake Wolverine, a fake Sunfire just land.
Oh.
And they're like, we got to try to save him. Like, do something. She goes, if you move, I'm going to shoot you myself because they don't know we're here. You're going to ruin it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so these two heroes are, air quotes heroes, are about to eat this sacrificed man, not eat him, kill him. Overlord pops up and they try to keep this guy from Overlord and get ripped apart into just little pieces.
Oh, damn.
He just crushes the chick's head, the fire chick's head, and then takes the Wolverine guy and tears him into like 20 pieces.
So does that give them the high?
No, not really.
It seems like he killed two and then went to the human.
They're just fighting to get to the human, yeah. So
this is bonkers.
He kills the two heroes, then walks up to the guy on the pole and murks him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks at the corner where our crew is, Mina and everybody, and he can tell they're there, but he got his kill, so he flew away. So you get
so they're like safe till tomorrow, I guess.
From him,
from him till tomorrow.
But there's so many.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Heroes. So they keep creeping along, and they actually come up to the giant pit where the monster came out of. And there's a lady sitting in a lawn chair right on the edge of the pit, drinking like a daiquiri and eating sandwiches. And they when they see her, they're like, "Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that like a mirage that they're making to like trick us? Like, is that really an old lady just sitting on the? I think it is." And she's like, "Hey guys, I see you all over there.
I see you."
And so they come over. We find
funny.
this nice lady's name is Meredith. She keeps complaining about her dog dying and how sad she is. And then at the end, she's like, "Oh, and my husband died, by the way." And she keeps bringing up her dog a bunch of times in this. They talk to nice Miss Meredith. They find out her dog and her husband are dead.
Mm-hmm.
But the heroes won't go to that spot. That's why she's just being able to sit out in her lawn chair. And the heroes completely avoid this pit. And they, you know what they tell her? "All right, we're going to get out of town. Come with us." She's an old lady. She's slow. And she found the one spot in
She's
the entire
chilling.
city. She's just having fun, sitting back, drinking. And there's buildings around it. You could just live in those buildings.
Yeah, they won't
That's
know
your
you're
life
there.
from
They
now
won't.
on.
So I was picturing like a wide open field.
No.
You know, there's places to hide there.
Yeah.
You could easily, seems like if they don't go over there, you're
It's a
straight.
super dense city like Metropolis or something.
Yeah,
So like
okay.
the thing opened up in like the middle of a street. So there's buildings all around it.
There's plenty of places to
So they
live.
convinced nice Miss Meredith to leave with them.
Oh, they're
and she's the
dumb.
one that explains what happened with the monster because she lived in the building next door. So nobody knew exactly what popped off, but she explains it. The monster came out, it fought all the heroes, they killed it, and the black rain came down, and that's when like the purge or whatever started.
Yeah.
And she'd
They
been
started killing for highs.
Yeah, she kept still and stayed there, and she's been living it up for the past week or whatever. So now they're leaving, and then we hear what happened with Michael and Jeff, the guys who met up with Mina first, and Jeff got murdered. They were in a deli, and the deli was lasted and like no, they didn't get raided for a long time, and then the neighbors started raiding them, and they had to fight off humans, and then all of a sudden Overlord came down and showed up at their diner and just started killing people one by one or whatever. And so Jeff and Michael used that opportunity to get away after he killed somebody because he won't kill anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
They get away and they talk about how nice the guy was who ran the diner, and that the people that ended up killing him wasn't even Overlord. It was one of his regulars that was trying to steal from him.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, so this world's like super messed up.
Realistic, because we have pieces of shit like that too.
Now they're walking, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Where's Michael? Where'd Michael go?" Two guys pop up out of nowhere, Lucas and Franklin, and their backstory is they were in a building a couple streets over. They started turning on each other, and they're the ones who were chaining people up to the light pole or whatever outside.
For sex stuff?
For sacrifice stuff.
Okay. And sex stuff?
I'm sure they're doing the sex stuff, Matt.
Probably
in the
that's
apartment.
horrible. I don't want to hear about that, Adam.
So Franklin and Lucas are explaining what happened in their place. They had to get away because Lucas's dog. They killed Lucas's dog because it was barking, and they thought it would bring the heroes or whatever. So they killed Lucas's dog, and so him and Franklin left the apartment. But they go, "Hey, Michael got captured by those people, and he's gonna get sacrificed." And they're like, "We're not gonna let that happen." Mina's like, "No, we are leaving.
Fuck Michael.
Yeah, there's no reason. We don't need to do that. And they're like, why are you like this? And they go, you're a cop. And she goes, I'm not a fucking cop. I'm a security guard at a mall. A cop car got blown up right outside of the mall, and I took all the cop clothes and stuff to keep looters, keep me safe from people.
Just because I dress this way doesn't mean I am this way.
So that's the revelation that she's not a cop, and that's why she doesn't want to help nobody. She's been like really selfish the whole time.
I mean, you
and
kind of
so
gotta be.
Harold is like, no, fuck that. Michael's a cool guy. They've known him for like an hour.
I was gonna say, didn't he try to rob him?
No.
Okay. They just walked up on him.
They literally, only known him for a couple hours. But Harold's like, dude, we're gonna die. Oh, you want to die running and being a little bitch, or do you want to like help some people?
Okay, this guy got it.
And Mina's like, he convinces Mina.
All right,
because she's got all the guns. She's got like 2 guns, and none of the rest of the people have guns. They start heading back to the guy, Michael screaming. And Red Flame, which is like Johnny Storm, basically, he comes and lands right next to Michael. He's like about to grab Michael and eat him, you know what I mean, sacrifice him. And Mina pops out of nowhere, puts the shotgun up against this guy's face and shoots it, and it works. And
blows
his head off. So Overlord is like a Superman. Nobody else is like that.
But they're treating him like they're all superhuman strength.
They are super strong and stuff. They are
super durable.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I mean, if someone got a M16, are all the heroes standing up to that?
No, not all of them. So, like I said, she takes one shot with the shotgun, point blank range, and he dies. Now they're like, let Michael go, release him. They're like, no, he's our sacrifice. If we don't sacrifice them, we're going to get killed. Do you want to die? Isn't it better him than you? All this crap. And they're like, screw you. So they try to run away. But the whole apartment crew that's been sacrificing people, they have bows and arrows. They have, like, one dude had a gun. And so they're running away, and Harold is carrying Michael, like, paramedic style, or fireman style, over his back, over his shoulders. They're running away. They have to stop for a second. And Franklin's like, what are we going to do? This and that. Or no, Franklin doesn't talk. Franklin's standing there looking shocked, and then an arrow goes through Franklin's head.
No,
now
not Franklin.
Dead. Yeah, he was kind of cool. And then that's when Lucas is like, he loses it.
I will cherish all 7 minutes that I knew you.
Yeah, so Lucas and Franklin knew each other, but the other ones didn't really.
Right.
So Lucas is like, screw this, dude. They killed my dog. They killed Franklin.
Killed my other dog.
These dudes are pieces of shit. Let me have the shotgun. I'll hold them off. Y'all can get away. So Lucas has a sick-ass last stand. He's getting dome shots, dude. He's like blasting them in their head, and he takes out a lot. I'm sure he dies, but he goes out like a G.
Cool.
And then we see Mina the night before the disaster happened, and her husband, or her boyfriend Chaz was asking if she wanted to get married and have kids. She doesn't want to have kids because of how her childhood was.
Yeah, and his name's Chaz.
And you would think that would count against
I don't want to be Mrs. Chaz.
They actually get to the bridge. Like the rest of the crew, it's like Harold, Meredith, Lisa, and Michael. They get to the bridge. On Mina, of course, my bad. And so they get to the bridge, and they're like, oh, God, it's foggy. I can't see what's on the other side. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then there's like a bzz, 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 bzz noise going off, and then Amina's like, Lisa, do you hear that noise? What's that noise? She goes, oh, it's just my signal device for the Mite Brigade. I'm actually a superhero myself. I was luring you idiots in so we could have a bunch of people that we kill slowly over time, and we'll just take... They don't explain that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing that explaining.
Right.
There's no reason why they couldn't taken him.
And which one was this? Who was this?
Lisa, the girl that they found. It was crying.
She's a superhero.
Yeah, she's actually a superhero. Got a location device, homing device, and the heroes are coming to them. And they're like, why? She was like, I'm actually a bad guy. Screw you. Like, I'm going to kill one of you right now. And she's like, going to kill Harold. So she's about to kill Harold. Mina pulls up her gun, and then this chick, Lisa's power, is exploding things, heating things up, maybe.
Oh, okay.
And she heats up Mina's gun. She has to drop it, and Harold's getting her fire fingers into his neck, and she's like, be prepared to die, or you're about to die. And he was like, no! And he back headbutts her right in the face, really hard. Her nose explodes.
Nice.
She has no nose left. It's awesome. He backs up. She's like, you idiots, you're gonna die in a minute anyways. You're just postponing the inevitable. And Mina's just like, no, and runs and spears Lisa, and they start going off the edge of the bridge, and it's like a Golden Gate Bridge type situation.
Huge.
Like, super high. And so they start going over the edge, and friggin' Harold jumps, or like reaches down Batman style and grabs Mina's hand and holds her, and Lisa is hanging on Mina. So this dude Harold is holding two grown women up by one hand. Lisa's like, fuck it, we're all gonna die. And so she chops Harold's hand off that's holding Mina, and they go Mina and Lisa go plummeting into the water below.
How did she reach? Isn't Lisa
she
on the bottom?
Her power. She used her power.
Oh, she could shoot it?
Yeah. Heat things up from afar.
Okay, you said that. Sorry.
Do multiple things.
It.
So she's like perfectly sliced his hand, but it cauterized it.
Yep.
So he actually he's all right.
I already figured
so Harold's hand gets cauterized immediately with the fire.
All you Harold lovers, don't worry, he's fine.
Yeah, so they stand up and they're like, we're out, bro. We just got to get through this like 20 feet of bridge and we're gone. And then they look up and Overlord's coming down on top of them. He goes, congratulations, you almost made it to freedom. And he goes, all right, who wants to die? And they're all like badasses now. So like, I'll die, I don't care. They all say that. They're like, I'll die. And he picks Michael. And he brings Michael over and he makes him kneel. He goes, do you have any last words? And then Michael starts quoting a bunch of lines from the Overlord comic books. And Overlord immediately recognizes it. And his like evil red eyes go away. And you can see his normal eyes.
Cool.
And he's like, it like zaps him out of it for a second. And this is where we learn about the darkness inside of him. And he goes, I can't save you. He's like, I want to save you. I can't save you. There's too much darkness between universes. There's too much hate between lives. Shit like that. And he's like trying to like hold himself back basically. All of a sudden you get a voice coming from behind him and you turn around and it's like half the other heroes show up. Overlord, they're like, Overlord, hurry up, kill yours. And then we're going to split the rest. Quit taking so long. Why are you talking to these people? And he goes, I'm Overlord. And he starts murking the other heroes. One guy's like a thing, and it's a big brick guy, and he blows him into a bajillion pieces. The speedy guy from earlier that wrote all the stuff on Lisa's face, he chops his legs out from under him because he's running fast. He just puts his arm out, and he runs himself into his legs and chops his legs off.
Oh, that's sick.
The fire chick, he just grabs her face and pops it. And then all the heroes show up behind him. There's like a giant man. There's like a Reed Richards looking guy. There's a Doctor Strange looking guy. Spider-Man looking guy. Iron Man looking guy. Just like 15 in one shot.
Yeah.
And they're like, big man's gone soft. You see from afar the battle between Overlord and the rest of the heroes,
right? And
it's like kind of like just explosions and shit, and you can see the giant guy hand getting blown off and flying away, but you don't actually get to see a big ass brawl. They just kind of imply it. Yeah. So that he killed those first 4 or whatever, pretty cool. So that was a couple pages.
Just trust us, he does that to
the rest, basically.
Okay.
So what we see is Mina's down in the water with Lisa. Lisa's in the water too. Lisa pops up. Mina shoots Lisa in the head immediately.
Nice.
And as soon as she turns around, there's like an X-Men crew behind Mina in the water down below, about to kill her or whatever, basically. She's got one revolver left, and she's like, bring it on, basically. And then we jump to the survivors. The survivors get across the bridge. The National Guard is on the other side. They had orders to shoot them, but they didn't shoot them. And they became heroes. They called them heroes. The ones that escaped. They went through hell. Then they came out heroes, whatever. Yeah. I was like, this is a dope setup. Like, really cool. There is a continuation of this one, actually.
Okay.
So the continuation is called Surviving Megalopolis. First one was Leaving. This one's Surviving. Kind of picks up like a little bit of a time jump after what we saw. Okay. The end of Leaving, there's a time jump between... but it's still the same period of time. Okay. I don't know, maybe a couple weeks later. So, I don't know.
Because the military has the weapons, they are strong enough to fight
they won't leave.
Lot of these heroes.
So the heroes won't leave.
Okay, I was curious about this. What has the military been doing?
Yeah, they're containing.
Got it.
They're containing.
That makes sense now, because seems like Overlord would have no trouble crossing the borders.
They couldn't do anything.
Right, but the rest of them seem to...
they're fallible. Yeah, yes, they weren't perfect, yeah. But so this comic was cool. The art, like I said, it was done in like 2013. The art looks like 2005.
So
But like good 2005.
Sorry, real quick. Who all made it? Mina, Harold, and that's it?
Yeah,
Just them two?
no. So Michael. Mina, Harold, and Meredith.
They all made it.
Yeah, but Mina was separated. Mm-hmm. So Meredith, Harold, and Michael actually escaped where Mina didn't escape.
So Mina's still
there.
in that river.
She's there. Yeah.
Somewhere.
Something to do with it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun with this.
Nice. Bing, bang, boom. It's time for some fart shit.
The Cosmic Knockdown.
This is Matt versus Adam. This is where we take a random character generator online. We see who will win between who I get and who he gets. We're doing Marvel. I got Thor, Odin's son.
Yeah, sure.
If you don't know, he about a badass, all right?
It just said Thor, to be clear, because sometimes you could say Thor, Odin's son's a specific time frame. But it said Thor in general.
Donald Blake.
That's helping
I got
you
Donald
out.
Blake.
That's helping. That's even a more specific Thor.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I got Storm from the X-Men.
One of my first crushes ever.
Yeah.
The arena is downtown Houston. It's 2 blocks. We're out for dinner, having a night out with some friends or something. We see each other, and it's fight on sight.
That's right.
We'd have the normal stuff. Storm doesn't carry anything.
Yeah, she doesn't have to, thank God.
And I would have my hammer.
Yeah.
Just cause. Even if I don't, I could call it.
Yeah.
So I mean, do I really got to go through all these powers? This is
just
mine.
Name some ones that aren't super obvious.
Okay. Whoa, not super obvious.
Yeah.
Telepathic immunity.
There you go. Mine too.
Okay,
I have the exact same thing.
All speak. I have godlike strength, godlike stamina, and superhuman everything else.
Yeah.
Superhuman dense tissue. Superhuman ventriloquism. Super breath. Limited terrakinesis, vast ergokinesis.
Okay.
Atmakinesis.
Okay.
And this is like rune magic, Odin, Thor force, Thor sleepyhead, all that. This is just Mjolnir, God blast, anti-force, mystical link, energy absorption, redirection, worthiness enchantment, electromagnokinesis.
Yeah.
And then it goes into some of the weapons he had and all the other crazy stuff. But it's Thor. We know what's up.
Yeah.
And comic Thor would destroy MCU Thor.
He could kill all the characters in the MCU.
Every character, even Sentry,
working together,
who should be the strongest. He would swing once and kill all of them at the same time.
Right.
They're nothing close to.
Yeah, he's like a real god after he gets like the Odin Thor force or whatever you want to call it. And
Rune, like I was saying,
stuff.
Rune King Thor is ridiculous with the Necro Sword on top of the power cosmic, which gives Silver Surfer his power,
right? And
then still has Mjolnir, and then has the Odin, which is the Thor force.
Yeah,
that dude would beat Superman. Rune King Thor's destroying Superman,
in the way that Shazam does really good against Superman.
Well, it is magic.
Yeah.
It does have a lot of magic, rune magic, all power cosmic. People say Silver Surfer would beat Superman. And if he has the power cosmic, which is what Silver Surfer has.
Yeah, he is the power cosmic.
And then the Necro Sword kills gods. So he's got Necro Sword and Mjolnir in each hand and then all that other stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
He's giving Superman a run for his money at least, if not beating him.
So there's some, I just like to read off some of hers that are
cool. Do hers.
So aerokinesis, atmokinesis, electrokinesis, hydrokinesis, cryo, thermo... all kinesis, obviously.
Yep.
Energy vision, which I didn't know.
Okay.
Thermal variance, she changes temperatures. Magical potential, telepathic resistance, power of divinity and faith, high durability, great reflexes. And then she's got some like crazy shit, like whenever she's like prime form, basically, she has like teleportation, goddess of thunder, and she was a vampire at one point.
Yep.
So she had a little bit of everything.
So this fight, all out, balls to the wall fight between these two, it's destroying Houston.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, obviously it's me. It's Thor. It edges out.
Yeah.
I got Mjolnir.
Yeah, you win, but that's just sick fight.
The fight is a Mother Nature under Storm.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And the way we use our powers and our characters, it's like realistic. If Storm could really do weather, then she is the
Beating
most
most
dominant
people.
force on the planet.
She's like beating
It's-
most people.
That's insane. Most people, yes, exactly. Mother Nature will kill everybody.
Yeah, they always talk about she's Omega level and blah blah blah. She
Yo,
definitely
beyond, I've heard too.
Yeah.
Like she is up there.
Right.
What's beyond alpha level or
is.
something?
No.
Omega's the highest. Then yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
So yeah, this fight would destroy Houston. It'd
completely.
be
Yeah.
insane. But I think the hammer, the strength just edges him out. I mean, he's a god.
Yeah.
Little G, but still
Neither
a god.
of us could hurt each other with electricity.
No.
That would be like a wash because neither of us could hurt each other.
Dude, it would just be the most epic storm ever
Yeah,
happening. Because he
exactly.
calls thunder, lightning, and rain. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
She could have a hurricane, tornadoes.
I could freeze you. I could completely freeze you up, I guess, if I'm like thinking of the few things that like I could actually do against you.
Yeah, okay.
Stuff like that would be what it would take for me to win. Is like making sure a tidal wave comes in and knocks a mountain over.
So now I was thinking this. He has to breathe, right? Or is he? Because he doesn't travel through space. He can fly with Mjolnir, but he uses Rainbow Road, freaking Heimdall and shit,
the goats.
and the goats.
Yeah.
Oh, so he can fly through space.
He's just like in an open wagon top. Or
So
whatever.
does he need to breathe? Could you drown Thor?
I don't think so.
If you froze Thor, I mean,
I just meant just to contain you, not like it would kill you.
no, it definitely wouldn't, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't probably contain him for all that long. Honestly,
Yeah, so she could just like would have to sit there and pump in cold
just
to
constant.
keep you like stuck. But
Yeah.
like that counts as in our scenario.
Yeah, you could
Disabling somebody for an extended period of time.
and that's if she can last that
long
long
enough,
to get
yeah.
it cold enough to freeze him and command that before she gets smacked with a giant hammer.
Yeah, I can't believe they put the high durability on there. We were mentioned that before we started recording.
Now, see, she is, I would say, closer to human, like
in durability,
not close, but you know what? I would say between Captain America and a regular human.
No. That's
Dude,
what I was
she's
trying to
like
say
a-
earlier. She takes like gnarly scraps. And,
But
like,
I mean, I've seen her get slapped around by Sentinels, and like they have their moments
it's
where
that
they're
story,
super
that's
powerful.
story-driven reasoning, not,
Yeah.
not our logic-driven.
I mean, but you
reasoning.
would say the same thing about Cyclops, right? Like, yeah, he's strong, but he's not Captain America durability. I wouldn't say Storm is either. I think not one hit, but Thor's strength is like, and durability, I'd say it's far beyond
big time.
a bunch of those
I
X-Men.
just saying I could actually not die right away. from
No,
getting
you definitely
hit.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
But
that's all.
toe to toe, physically, like I think Thor like outclassed,
yeah.
like crazy.
I would be flying around and
Yes.
doing my stuff from afar
Mhm.
and shooting ice. What do you know what I mean? Heating it up around you, then cooling it, and
Yeah,
doing all that sort of stuff.
like ice and water spikes, you know, because he's
one side of your face on fire, the other side iced up.
frozen.
Yeah.
Throwing ice spears through him because that'll stab him. Like you could
I can create portals too. That was one crazy one that I didn't know I could
create
do.
portals.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I don't think that means like I can bounce around. I think I can do a portal to over there.
I wonder if there's a fight, if there's a Thor and Storm fight. I didn't AI this one because I just knew.
I believe there has to be
Has
because
to
they're
be-
two close, similar power sets or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen them fight together.
Yeah,
I've seen a big storm coming and it was both of them.
right.
And that's cool as hell. But, you know, Thor is mind controlled or Storm is on some evil stuff. Like,
Yeah.
would they ever be in the
I
same
guarantee they
circles to
had
fight?
to have. There's both such old characters. They had to have fought.
If they're not, they missed something there.
Mhm.
All right, I'll take that. Biggest lead I've had since first season.
Yeah, that's wild.
This is 48.
You feel good, big guy?
Yes, shut up. This is 48 to 46, baby. I'm winning. How's it feel to lose? How's it feel to lose,
I
Adam?
don't know. It's weird because it just started happening.
Yeah,
and,
get used to it.
I don't think I've adjusted.
Get
yet.
used to it. That wind from the south is coming in hard because you know how winds come from the south. It's coming from the east, and it's here to stay, Adam. All right. We're on Instagram and TikTok at Flipping Pages 24. We're on Facebook at Flipping Pages Matt and Adam. New episodes release every Thursday on all platforms and YouTube. New episodes of The Dollar Bin release every Monday on all platforms and YouTube. Best way to support us, follow, rate, review on your platform. Follow, like, subscribe on YouTube and the socials. comment, all that internet stuff. You know what to do. If you've done that, we appreciate it. If you're just listening, we also appreciate that. We've been seeing the listens.
Yeah.
These can't be glitches. Thank you. We see y'all jamming it, and we appreciate it
Thailand.
so much. It was Vietnam.
Vietnam.
And Ashburn, where you at? If you hear this, bro, whoever you are, hit us up on Instagram or TikTok or something, because we see the listens and we appreciate everyone. That's so much. Is that the episode? I think it's the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.